Thank you very much, and it's a great pleasure to be here today. And I want today to do three things here. First of all, I would like to say a few things about Romania and Eastern Europe, because you all know that we come from a neighbor country, and Eastern Europe is a very interesting and good market. Second, I would like to give you some news on the company. Where do we stand? What have we done? What are the plans? And then I would like to speak about my favorite topic, which is cryptocurrency still. So, about Eastern Europe, about Romania. 6 weeks ago in December, I was guest at the Economist Forum. And before me speaking, there were two gentlemen from the European Bank for Development and from the World Bank. And when I listened to their speeches, what is waiting for us in the region in terms of economic development, politics, I got very scared. I felt scared to live in Eastern Europe. And when I went on stage, I said, I do not believe that we have to copy Western Europe, the US, or other countries. OneCoin started in Eastern Europe, and I'm very proud of this. And I believe we don't have to copy other people. We can innovate ourselves, and we can be leaders actually too. So this is very important for me to say. We do not need to be scared. We don't need to be anything. I believe that the future in our countries, because we have seen so much, is actually amazing. Probably we're the people who adapt to change fastest and much more faster than the Western European ones. So this is why I believe in our markets. This is why I was last week in Budapest. This is why I'm here and why we actually are stronger than much of the other market. So what is new about OneCoin? I think you saw that we have now 1.3 million members. Now, Kristi, we're as big as a country called Estonia. Can you imagine OneCoin is as big as Estonia? I still cannot. Estonia is still a small country, so we have a lot of potential to grow. But what happened? Why are we now 1.3 million? How happened that we have 400,000 more members in a week? Last year, maybe you remember a company called Conligus joined the OneCoin network. And they did very, very well, actually. They are now especially strong in Latin America and opening the market there. So this was definitely very good for us. And last week, OPN, SideTalk joined OneCoin. Years ago, this company had about 10 million members. And they are one very, very good and very technological company. So I saw a good fit for us and people who will enhance the brand and just carry the OneCoin message around. So this is what happened, and this is why we have 400,000 people more. We will have later our European ambassador, Kari Valros, on stage, and he'll tell you a bit more about the network, but I'll say just a few things. I think you all see that the company is doing very, very well. We still have about 70 to 75% of the sales coming out from Asia or from China, actually. And we're doing a lot in Hong Kong, too. We're opening a new big office. And if we want to make this coin big and global, China is a very, very interesting and important market for us. We have opened last December Latin America, Brazil, Mexico, and Colombia. And in our strategy for mid of the year is India and next year Africa. So I see OneCoin to be 2.5 million end of this year. So we are developing strategically in stages. And I see really a stable and a very, very good future for the OneCoin. So I will not speak too much about the compensation plan. I can say only two things. So the first thing I can say about the compensation plan, it's so simple that even I, who is not coming from network marketing, understands it. And the second thing is, it works. I see every week between 300 and 400 people maxing out on the bonus plan. So this is important for me to know that the network is happy and that it works. And the rest I will leave to Kari. I'm sure he'll give you a lot of information and insights on this. But now let's focus why we're actually here. And I know many of you have done other network marketing companies before this one, but I will have not and I will not after this company. Because how I started is actually, I did not sit there and say, oh, I have a network, let me discuss and let me find a product to sell. But I was thinking about cryptocurrency and the best distribution model actually to bring it to the world. Now, I've been working for McKinsey about 5.5 years, and I worked even here in Bucharest for Raiffeisen Bank. I was here in 2006. So I'm coming from financial world, and I was watching Bitcoin very, very carefully when they started up. And Kari will give you this case example of the person who did not invest, who invested 27 euro in Bitcoin and got rich. So what happened to me, I did not invest in Bitcoin. I was very skeptical and I just watched. So I was one of the people who were watching Bitcoin at 20 cents and I did not invest 50 euro. So after, however, watching this coin more and more, I realized that cryptocurrency for sure has future. And I realized that Bitcoin is not a coin for the mass market. It's not for everyone. It is very complicated on the technical side if I want to mine myself. It is already in a stage of maturity where the development is not that fast and the opportunity already is not as interesting. And it is not very liquid. It means I cannot sell and buy as easy as I would like to. So what I was thinking is, what if we create a cryptocurrency that is very simple and everybody can use out there? What if we create a cryptocurrency which is as simple to use as Google or as Facebook? And this was how OneCoin actually got born. So why do we need cryptocurrency, or why is it an interesting product? Now we here are not part of the Euro room, like of the Euro countries. But let's say you live in Germany, you can send very, very easy and very fast money to France or to other Euro countries. And even if we're not in the Euro room, it's quite simple to send money around to Europe. And the world is becoming smaller and smaller and more global, so money flows around in different countries. But I see here my friend Pavel from the Ukraine. Now, Pavel, how easy is it for you to send money to me to Sofia? It's almost impossible, right? Now, it's the same for China, it's the same for Thailand and for many other countries. So these countries, or India, for example, too. So in these countries, traditional cryptocurrency is very strong. Because cryptocurrency, you can imagine, as a parallel banking system where you can make payments to other people and send money. Cryptocurrency is not dependent on governments. Cryptocurrency gives you security from third parties and inflation. And I think many of us remember the old days where we had the big inflation and the difficulties with this. So why cryptocurrency is interesting and valuable is because it can create a payment system parallel to the governments. And now all of you here ask yourself probably the question, or get asked by friends, why is cryptocurrency valuable? And I have to be very honest with you. Cryptocurrency itself has no value at all. So Christy and I can sit now today and within 30 minutes I can create Christy coin. This coin has no value. Why? So there are two things that make a coin valuable or cryptocurrency. One is the brand. So you all will go and buy a Coca-Cola and not some organic thing that somebody brews in a bag. Why? Because Coca-Cola is a well-known brand. So it's the same with Bitcoin. Everybody knows Bitcoin. This is why most of the people will go and buy Bitcoin and not one of the master coin or whatever coins out there. And this is why the 400,000 people who joined last week made our coin more valuable, because more people now know OneCoin. So with every person joining our network, and regardless if it's in your downline or in China or in Latin America, this coin gets more and more valuable. And this is a bonus we don't put on the slides, but actually every person joining the company makes your coins more valuable. And this is why I'm not scared if a company called 2Coin comes now on the market, because we have 1.3 million users already. These people have a lot of catch up to do if they want to catch us. So first of all, the brand. Okay, this is simple and easy. But the second part is much more important. I believe that a cryptocurrency cannot have a stable and big value unless it can be used every day. So what is our biggest task as a company, I believe, in the next 2 years, is to make our coin really, really usable in everyday life. Now, if you look at Bitcoin, I believe that Bitcoin is not very usable. It's popular, but not usable. So there are about 30,000 or 50,000 merchants taking Bitcoin. Nobody knows how many. But what if I want to buy a pair of shoes and not, electronic books at an online merchant? So I cannot use Bitcoin wherever I want. Now my vision for OneCoin is the following. My vision is actually that one day you can load your OneCoins that are currently in your back office, and then you go to millions of merchants who accept MasterCard and spend these coins. So if I decide I can go and buy flowers for my mother, but the thing is, you're not dependent on merchants taking the coin. And this is when cryptocurrency or virtual currency becomes real. And I can buy dinner, I can buy shoes, I can buy whatever I want, and I'm independent from somebody taking my coin. Now you understand that this is not easy to do. And this is why I'm always saying OneCoin is not a get-rich-fast opportunity. And I get angry with people who go out and say, oh, double your money in 90 days. Yes, you can double your money, but this is not why we are here. What we want to do is we want to create a global currency. It for sure will make money for you. But I also want you to understand what this currency can do globally. Now imagine there are 2 billion of people currently who cannot use banking services. For example, people in Africa, these people are too poor to be interesting for banks. They do transactions for 50 euro, for 20 euro, and banks do not want to bother with them. So where do these people go to? These people go actually mostly to Western Union. And Western Union charges the poor and the people with the small transactions actually the highest fees. And I do not see cryptocurrencies so much as competition to banks, but I see myself actually as a competitor to Western Union. Because just imagine somebody working in Singapore and wanting to send money to his wife in India. He can send maximum $600 to the wife. It takes time, and the charges are very, very high. Now let's imagine this person sending OneCoins. The fees are lower, and it takes 10 minutes. Every blockchain makes transaction. And the lady can take the money out in 10 minutes, either with the card or just cash this out. And this is why we're serious competition. We also develop an application for the very, very old phones. I don't know who remembers and who has this very old Nokia phone, the dinosaur of cell phones. So a lot of people in Africa still use them. So just imagine having an application on these phones that are not smartphones, and you can send money from A to B.
Wow.
But now, Christy, you ask me, listen, I live in Bucharest, why do I care about Africa? Who cares? So, and as I know your account, if I go in your account, you have quite many OneCoins. So these are the people actually who need these coins, who will use these coins. Most of our people here in Europe act more as investors. We collect the coins, and what will happen, these people who use them have to buy the coins from somewhere. And this is you. So what happens is actually we create a global currency that people want to use. They don't want to hoard and just hide in their back office, but they want to use it. So what I believe is that our coin can fly and can be very, very big because we have a strategy how to use it. So I'm always asking, what is more valuable, a knife or one of these gold coins that we have, like for 750 euro? So most people take the gold coin. I think Kari has one of these necklaces with the OneCoin. Yeah, I see it. So, but if Kari and I end up in a lonely island and I have the knife and he has the gold coin, because I can use the knife. So whatever happens, something that can be used always will have value. So we as a company, and we do not engage actively in the network, as you know, what we do mainly is to think, how can this coin be more valuable, have a better reputation, and be used out there? And it has not been always easy for us, because network marketing is not a very easy environment to do whatever we do. I have been shocked by the jealousy of many people out there who are speaking bad about us. But the funniest is when these people then start joining the network. Right? So I even had one guy who said, I join in secret, please do not tell others. And I was like, oh. So to keep a long story short, whoever goes out there and does sales for OneCoin, I really would encourage to speak about the opportunities of cryptocurrency and why cryptocurrency is so interesting and can change the world. Because I don't see us as a network marketing company. We are actually in financial services. And I want everyone here to make a lot of money from commission and from bonuses. But actually I want you in 3 to 4 years to come to me and to say, actually I made so much more with my OneCoins. And this is what I want to tell you. OneCoin has an amazing future. I cannot tell you where OneCoin will be in 1 year, where the price will be, or in 2. I just can tell you that we work tremendously and amazingly hard to make this coin popular and usable. And I don't think we need this get rich in 20 days, in 90 days, and whatever. Because we have a concept that is here to stay, and it's here to stay for many years. And I think this is much more valuable than these money games out there. I want OneCoin in 5 years to be the #1 cryptocurrency out there. And I think my biggest satisfaction will be when also the financial media and the experts out there realize what we actually have done. And what we have done is actually only because of you here. And for this, I would like to say thank you very much. Now, keep on growing the network, keep on mining the coins, please. And we do also our best to support you and to make a good environment to work. Thank you very much.